was when Charles was climbing up the sand.
Yeah, that's the funniest.
And Charles was climbing up the sand dunes, and it looked like it was life or death for my man.
Yeah.
So they must have been confident, thinking, like, think about what that does for your team.
We lose to Bayman,
bro.
but see this one. Yeah.
We got them, yeah. It's like, if it was someone else, we might not get the job done. But against United, everyone gets the job done.
It hurts when you got nothing left, right?
That's what it is. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on City, but I don't get it, bro.
Massive and the elbow.
Bro, I know, man. Massive shorts on the elbow, bro.
They watch this too.
No care.
What you on? Yeah.
No care in the world, yeah.
Come to the door, man. Come to the door.
Front door as well, man. Front door. It's not even a slide thing, man. Just opening the gaff and saying, here you go. Here's your piece. Your player coming.
Yeah. What drugs do you want? Are you here for the cocaine or are you here for the weed?
Man, shouting
I got boxes upstairs. What are you talking about?
Shouting across the street and hey, yo.
I got the boxes, come check them.
That's crazy.
Right here, bro.
That's what Man City are doing, man.
You got Gakpo, Luis Diaz, you got Martinelli, you got...
Man said Martinelli, get out of here. He's not in there, bro.
The team of the season officially by 2 up top. And we're back again.
2
up top. First of all, I just want to say, guys, just please subscribe to the team. It means a lot to us. We're trying to get 5 more followers in the next hour, and then 5 more followers in the next 2 seconds, and then just keep it going like that. So we need you.
Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and
There's more people that just watch the thing, comment, but don't even subscribe. But you need to know when the thing drops. You need to know what's going on in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, man was in Morocco, innit?
Yeah, man. Morocco.
So we kind of missed the episode because we was in Morocco. So what we're gonna do week 37 wrap up, and then week 38 wrap up, and then we're gonna give you that team of the season, that final draw. Yeah. But first of all, what are you saying? How was Morocco?
Morocco was sick, man. It was good to be out there to celebrate my brother Vic's upcoming wedding. So shout out to Victor, man. Love, bro. And other than that, it was good to get the man them together, you know.
Yeah.
Jet skis, quad bikes, man. We had a lot of fun. So,
what was your take about the whole? What's the one thing you'd say about Morocco?
One thing I'd say about Morocco was when Charles was climbing up the sand.
Yeah, that's the funniest.
When Charles was climbing up the sand dunes, and it looked like it was life or death for my man. I thought we needed the first aid ambulance to resuscitate, man.
That's the day I had my ab workout. I had my ab workout that day because...
That was jokes still.
Because I was on the floor, but my abs were killing me. I couldn't stop laughing.
I've got loads of videos and pictures of the holiday. But that video there, I'm not even in it, but I love that video.
That's definitely the funniest moment.
It's the highlight of the trip still.
Funniest moment. Has to be.
I also like the meal that we went to at the end, which was like the final meal before we left, where we got all the boys together and it was sick, man. But yeah, man, shout out to the man, man. It was fun. Man.
Do you know what my take is?
What?
Dirhams.
It's all about the dirhams.
It's all about the dirhams.
And them guys there love dirhams, bro. Trying to take your dirhams.
So while we're out there, the first thing that happens, we get to Morocco. I'm down packing my stuff, He says to me, oh yeah, did you know City lost the FA Cup, man? Man missed the FA Cup game.
That was the same day.
That's how I find out.
My United fan was letting him know that Eze and Crystal Palace done the job, beats Man City in the FA Cup final, because that was on the Saturday, and that was the same day as our flight. So by the time we got there, the game was
just
done.
The results.
Yeah, we just found out the scores and that. So I was obviously happy with that. But how are you feeling about the FA
obviously
Cup?
I watched the game back. First of all, I watched the game back, and you know what? It's one of those ones where I was like, you know what? It's not like City didn't try it, City tried, but these man here did their thing, innit? And I like Crystal Palace, I like Eze, I like the man.
I like them. I like
The
Palace.
fact that Eze did it. I started following Eze's story from randomly long time ago, and I saw a clip of him. He must have done it just to raise his profile. A clip of him getting rejected and bare trials, and it just wasn't working out.
It wasn't a straightforward path for him, was it?
And then QPR took him on.
Yeah, QPR picked him up.
And then,
but he got released by, was it Arsenal or Chelsea when he was a youngster?
I think both.
Yeah, so
Fulham.
Yeah.
So I watched the thing, so I've always been an Eze fan. So, you know, it was one of them ones where it's like, alright, we lost in it, but fair play. If I was to lose to anyone, I don't mind it being this. Let them have their moment. Crystal Palace. But every time I'm in London, where am I? Lewisham, Crystal Palace, bro.
South, innit?
Yeah.
So
I might even copy jerseys still.
Yeah, I love the Crystal Palace top. We saw some guy at the gym that had it the other day. It's cold.
He had the bag and everything.
Yeah,
he's definitely from there, innit?
I might get that. But
and he's proud. I've seen him before, but I've not seen him wear that. Not like that. That combination there. Yeah, that combination there.
He had the bag, the rucksack, the top.
Yeah. That combination, I like
you're a proud guy, and yeah, man. Shout out to Palace, man. They got the job done. I'm happy for them, man.
But yeah, City, bro. If we get this Morgan Gibbs White guy, fam.
Is that what you're looking at now? That's your response to your loss.
That's exactly what we need,
said
bro.
We need Morgan
because KDB is going, but we need, but he's not just that. He's not like an Ozil type of guy. Cute, nah. Bro, he's not cute, bro.
He's got legs.
Bro.
That's what I would say is
what we need, fam.
Man City, first and foremost, you do need some legs in your midfield, but it's looking like a pretty... You managed to get top 4 in the Premier League, which at one point it wasn't looking like you was going to get top 4. It was looking pretty bad, but you rallied. You easily got in the top 4 by the end of the season.
I would say easily.
Yeah, it was quite comfortable, but all in all, how do you rate your season? Season's finished now. You come third. So how do you rate the season that Man City have?
Obviously, if we had done this podcast early on in the season, I would have told you that we're just gonna brush through everyone, innit?
Brazen confidence.
But the thing is, one of the things that happened early on in the season, and I told you this, Rich, I was like, Rich, we didn't sign many players, but the one person we were looking forward to was Oscar Bob after the end of last season. I remember when I told you that.
You were
excited about And that's a big blow, and I was like, this is a big blow, him getting injured.
When he got injured, and he pretty much missed the whole season. Obviously, Rodri.
Half season, that's why we ended up getting Mamouche, and but by that time...
By the time you got Mamouche was in January, you were already on the back foot. It was a bit...
So that happens...
Saying that he's come in and he's been very good.
That happens. We lose Rodri, first of all. And then it's taking us time to get used to playing a different way without him there, innit?
Yeah.
And while that's happening...
I don't think you ever got used to playing without him there. That was the problem.
While that's happening, we lose Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Now we don't have the one guy that could be a rock for us, that, you know, them late tackles, you know, that pacey guy, powerful. Then we lose him, and then Pep goes through a madness with his wife, innit?
With his missus.
Well, that's happening.
Haaland's always in. Haaland's injured
that's happening.
as well.
Haaland gets injured, KDB gets injured.
Yeah. So the season has been...
KDB comes back, but KDB is not the same KDB.
He's not, is he?
So when you look at it, you think, alright, cool, like, at least we got top 4. What we should have done, we should have got this FA Cup, innit?
That would have made the season, you know, not so bad. Because it would have been like, you know what? We fell off. We didn't have a good season.
We won something.
But we still came away with the FA Cup. I'm happy that story didn't pan out like that way, innit? I'm happy it went left the other way. Because obviously, for United, everything been going left. So the more the better. But yeah, I think all in all, I would say, I mean, for a team that's finished third, done not great in the Champions League, go to the final of the FA Cup. You guys didn't have... You had a off-par season.
We're the postseason by our standards.
That's the key word.
It's about us, isn't it?
By your standards, a lot of teams in the league that had performed the way you did ended up in third place, got to a final, Champions League football, they would be like, not bad. If Aston Villa had the season that you had, everyone would be like, fantastic. But
City.
For City, by your high standards.
I'll tell you teams that couldn't have that kind of thing.
What?
If Liverpool had our thingy, people would say, yeah, cool.
People would say that's okay.
Because Slot is new, whatever.
First season, got to a
People
final,
would say, yeah,
a bit
cool.
unlucky.
You done all right. You done better than Klopp. That's what they'll say.
Yeah, well,
so if Arsenal couldn't.
Nah, they can't be doing
Arsenal
that.
couldn't. Arsenal, if they did that, they would be wanting Arteta's head on the stick. You know,
they want Arteta's head on his
bro,
stick anyway,
they would want
bro.
Arteta's head on the stick.
Every season that goes by, the Arsenal don't win a title or not a cup, whether it be a league or whatever. Arsenal fans want Arteta's head on his stick.
Trust me.
They are not happy with my man. They feel like they should have got something in the trophy cabinet by now, and they haven't. So,
saying that, and then if we were to say by the same logic of say, all these other teams from fifth onward, from behind us onwards, they would want to be in our position.
Yeah, agreed.
Let's get to Man U now. If Amorim had come in when he came in and managed to achieve that position, people would have said that in the Europa, in the FA Cup final, people would have said we're looking at one of the greatest managers.
The new special one.
Bro, his head would have been, it would be mad. He'll be wearing 2 Rolexes. You know what I mean? You know you just wearing 2 Rolexes.
2 Rolexes.
Yeah, bro. But obviously,
that's not what happened. That's not what happened, bro.
So tell me about your season,
bro. What is there to say? We finished, we finished on 15th in the league.
Because obviously, we lost the FA Cup. That's where we started. We fast forward to because FA Cup was played when we flew there. The day we flew back,
that was the day of the Europa League. The Europa League final week. Oh man. The one thing that could have saved our season, the one thing that not even could have saved, the one thing that would have made this season even like bearable or acceptable was if we managed to somehow get our hands on that Europa League trophy,
that was the only
thereby qualifying for the Champions League. But we couldn't even do that. We could not do it. Tottenham will have a history of not winning anything, change their history against us. I'm not sure why I was surprised because we've played them 3 times this season and we've not beat them once. Yeah. So they must have been confident thinking, like think about what that does for your team.
We lose to Bayern, but see this one.
We got them, So if it was someone else, we might not get the job done. But against United, everyone gets the job done. So I was really disappointed because man, we unfortunately came away from that game empty-handed. Our season has been shocking. It's just been so disappointing. Borderline, and it's embarrassing. It's not even borderline. It's been very embarrassing. Let's be real, innit? That's the season that Man United have had. And I'm gonna stop there, innit? Because I don't want these Man United haters to be too happy at our downfall. But as a United fan, it has been pretty disappointing. That's all. That's my take on our season.
It is what it is, man. It happens, isn't it?
It is what it is.
Yeah, it was bound to happen. You know what? The last pod that just came out. The last pod. We were talking about this, innit?
Were we?
And then first I said I hate Tottenham, blah blah blah, and you even say that, but City, da. And then as it went on there,
you slowly,
like, you know what? Yeah?
Slowly but surely, you started changing.
I then said, it's all about tomorrow. Like, who am I gonna be around? Who am I gonna see? How am I gonna? You know what I'm saying?
You started off by just thinking by default, I hate
I actually went to draw.
I don't even.
I started off saying,
you said you didn't want no one
if you could just draw, and just
you would be happy.
I'd be happy. Everyone go home with nothing. And then I swayed the other way, bro.
And then you start thinking about the following day.
Then I said about the Ange.
Big Ange. The quote that he said about... I wanted that quote to be wrong.
Even in Morocco on the boat, I don't know if you were there or you had gone downstairs. I said it when we were talking about it with the man. I say it comes down to that saying there. If you man believe manifestation, comes down to
He
that.
manifested that, bro.
Bro, his manifestation, yeah. He said it, but when they questioned him and put doubt in his manifestation,
But the double
he's like,
down,
no, bro,
double down.
no,
And
bro,
actually,
no, bro. What
I don't
I want to hear me clearly.
That's it. I always.
I want to hear me clearly.
But since I don't usually. I always. I said okay.
Big
okay,
guy.
okay.
You know what? I got enough respect for him now, bro.
You do?
He's dead, but I got enough respect. He's got kahunas. He's got that. He's trying to get that aura like Ancelotti.
He's got
dead tactics, but aura.
He's got
trying to get
cojones.
that.
That's what he does. He's got balls. He's one of them guys that he doesn't care.
His only problem is he's got the Portuguese thing as well.
Yeah, he's got the Portuguese thing like
He's
crazy.
got it all.
Rattled.
He's
If
got
they
it
had
all.
lost that final or that interview would have been groundbreaking, he would have been rattled. But nah, they won. And do you know what? Fair play to Tottenham. Like, I know, like, we all bust joke about Tottenham and, and just how we don't rate them in regards to where they are, like, winning things. But fair play to them, you know. They've had a really bad season as well.
And it had to be Ben Johnson, number 22.
or Brennan the Kid Johnson. That guy always
Brennan
pops up
Johnson,
with a
yeah,
goal,
so-
man. He always pops up with a goal. Well, yeah, man. It is what it is, you know. So, yeah.
And then that's how you season.
What else can I say, bro? Do you know what I'm happy about? Not even that I'm happy, but we beat Villa in the last game of the season to their Champions League dream as well. Fuck it. You know that one? If I'm going down, I'm taking someone down with me. I'm taking someone down with me.
You man are way, way, way down, bro. You know what it was? You take him down a bit, but then we kick you back into the pit.
We're at the bottom. We're at the
You
bottom
man-
of the
bro,
barrel,
bro.
man. But there was only 5 teams that were
I'm one
worse
of the
than
team
us.
that relegated. There was only one team.
No, we were 15th. We finished 15th.
Did you end up 15 or because the last win? Because you were lurking around 16, weren't you?
Brother,
Of which 16, yeah? 17. And then 18, 19, 20 were done, bro.
Nah,
Like one above the fucking relegation,
no,
bro.
that was Tottenham. That was Tottenham that finished 16. We finished above Tottenham. We finished 16.
We might as well go into it. And
We
go
finished
into the wrap
15th.
up.
Yeah, let's do our Premier League Team of the Week wrap-ups. I say Team of the Week, just the results and the fixtures. Purely because we're
So
going to
let's
do
start
game
with-
week 37 and we're going to do game week 38, which is the final game week of the season. We're going to combine those. And then after that, we're going to give you guys our Premier League Team of the season. Okay?
So let's go to 37, innit?
Yeah, go on.
That was the games that started being played on Friday, and that's 16th of May. So the first game on Friday was Villa versus Spurs.
Yes. Villa won because Tottenham were
Preparing for you, man. innit?
preparing for Man United, played their young team, didn't care about winning or not.
Yeah.
And Aston Villa needed to win.
Yeah.
Um,
Ezri Konsa scored. Bupa Kamara scored. There was nothing much to take from it because everyone knew they're gonna.
everyone knew Aston Villa were going to win that game.
Likewise, you man were trying to prepare for Tottenham, so you played on the same day with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Mark
And
Cucurella scored that goal, but it was Rhys James on the other side
the assist.
that gave it to him.
It's a beautiful assist.
Yeah, it was.
All it takes is for someone to have a little bit of trickery against us. That's all you need. With James cutting, turned, twisted. I said, nobody's stopping that cross. As soon as I see him start doing off-key things that are not just United cannot handle, someone starts doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, people just drop off.
Yeah.
Cucurella, he always pops up with a goal as well. So, yeah, man, they beat us 1-0 that game. We were also getting ready for Tottenham, so we weren't really on it. But Chelsea needed to win that game as well, so they won.
And on Sunday, I'm just thinking of the way I woke up on Sunday. But that Sunday, Everton played Southampton. They won 2-0.
Yeah.
That Ndiaye guy
Iliman
scored
Ndiaye.
2. blood.
Bro, he's
He's
sick. He's sick.
Bro.
Iliman Ndiaye.
I think we spoke. Have we not spoken
We
about
spoke
him before?
about him before,
Bruv.
and we said that we know what he's got something about him.
Yeah.
And that, but he's actually sick.
He's
He's sick.
sick.
He's sick.
Fam.
He's
He's sick. The way he scored, yeah.
All season he's been doing it as well. It's not. He's not just started playing good. He's been performing at a very good level for a lot of the season when he's been available.
I think he deserves to go to a good team, big team.
I think it's too early, man. I don't like players moving after they have a good. I like players to have 3 good seasons, bro. You can't just have one half the season that's good.
People need to know you're set in it.
Yeah, you know, and we've seen it too many times. Players play good for half a season, they get that big. Brother, just play good for 2. Even me, if I was a player, I would want to stay. And like, this is exactly what happened with Jack Grealish. He could have just stayed for...
No, but Jack Grealish was there for time, man. It was about time.
No, and
for Jack Grealish, it was
you know
about
what?
time.
You know why that's not fair? Because I'm not even saying about the Jack Grealish. We knew Jack Grealish was sick. It wasn't even like, oh, he's only just come through. We knew. But what I'm talking about is this, yeah? When you move team, and then the team that you go to, it doesn't always work out. But whereas in your old team, you were that guy. You were the main guy. If you had stayed there, like sometimes the grass isn't always greener. That's what I'm trying to say.
You're a squad player over here, bro, because this is big fish now, man.
Exactly.
This is what happens, isn't it?
If
you're that sick, yeah, you're supposed to come and do your things too.
No, but Iliman Ndiaye at Everton is the main guy. If he now leaves over there and tries to go somewhere else, you don't even have. If he goes to Tottenham or Nottingham Forest, but you're a rotation player now. You're not the main guy anymore. You don't even have to be a big team. That if you leave your team, you're not guaranteed to be the main guy no more.
Even Aston Villa that you were talking about.
If he goes to Aston Villa, you think he's going to be the main guy there? But there's people over there, bro. There's people over there.
Anyway, they got a good manager that seems to have steadied the ship. So he doesn't have to worry too much about relegation because you don't want to be fighting relegation as well.
It's Moise.
Say it's Moise.
Moise.
That's crazy. And the Tate, or whatever his name is.
Moise is a sick manager, man.
Nottingham Forest beat West Ham 2-1.
Yeah. Forest beat West Ham 2-1. They needed to win that game as well. We'll talk about their performance in the final game of the season because, man, I felt for them. I really felt for them. I've got some friends that are Nottingham Forest fans as well, and you know what? I'm with you guys, man. My heart's with you guys. I was rooting for you guys so much, but at the end of the day, I think we need to take a step back and just say that, you know what a season for Nottingham Forest. Forget about them not making it to the top 5 positions. What a season. And shout out to
when you look at the top 5 as well, man, it's not a joke.
They were going
overachieved.
They were going up against big boys, people that spent that cash. They weren't just going up against anybody.
He finally just got that 2 up top formation with Wood and Elanga up there. Gibbs White just behind them. And
man, they were cooking for a large part of the season. It's really annoying as well because they were in that top 3 for a long time, man. They were in that pole position. You know when you're in pole position in a race for a very long time, and they just ran out of steam.
It's like the marathon. You could be up thinking, but the guys that are sprinting, they know when to pick up the pace now. I used to do long distance running. I used to do 1,500, innit?
And there's always those people that come out strong, leading the pack.
Because for me, my whole thing was people have different strategies. There's some people that off the block, they want to go in front and they want to maintain it.
You know what I mean? Do you know how hard it is to run that kind of race?
For me, but for me, I've run it, innit? For me, it used to be, I'm just going to follow the people at the front. And I'm just going to keep up. And at the end, I need to have more in the tank. So it's all about fitness. I'm fitter than them. I have to be. Do you know what I mean? So when it comes down to the last 2 rounds,
let me tell you this. You just said you're going to follow the people at the front. What if, you know there's always the people that are kind of, there's the core group at the front, and you know these people are the good people. You know, if I can hang in there when we get to the end, it's a shootout.
The reason why I stay close is because as well, these man might be fit as a fiddle. I might not be able to catch them because there's always a group that are there that will pick up. That will, it might even, you know what I mean? But I'm not worried about it. anyone behind me.
You're
right
just
now,
worried
bro.
about
I'm just worried
the
about
front runners.
the guy that I need to. When the time comes,
it's gonna be me. I will be there. I'll be there,
I need
and I
to
can't
beat
be
him.
too far away from you either.
Exactly.
So I just need to hang back and kind of just stay there and stay there. And then when it's a shootout, when it's time to go, that final lap, that final stretch, final few 100 meters, yeah, we'll see who's got more in the
bro.
tank, innit?
Exactly, bro. But that's them, man.
That's what happened to them. They went out strong. They were the front runners.
Yeah.
They started strong and they just ran. You know when the race is finished and someone's just
and they just come. You feel the person coming.
yeah, you can feel them hot on your heels.
You know when you
bro.
got nothing left. You know it hurts when you got nothing left, bro, right?
hot on your heels,
because
bro.
you're gonna fade, bro. Like it's done, bro.
There's
But
nothing more disheartening than giving your best, yeah, and you just see another guy just coasting past you, boom, 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 boom.
We actually had one win which was famous.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for the school. This one was for like each school had like different houses and you do sports there, innit?
Yeah, we
But this one, it was like obviously they would be like in the stadium sort of thing. Every school had a stadium sort of thing. Me and my partner fell and I helped him up. And then we carried and we went on to win that one. Number one, number two. Yeah, bro. It was one of those ones.
Man
bro.
said
that was a moment, bro. That was a moment. I swear.
Man said my partner fell and I
helped him. No, I just helped him up, bro. They were just it wasn't like a quick, long thing, bro.
I know you, bro.
Let's go, bro.
You be trying to do your thing
Because, bro, it's two per team in that kind of race. Bro, there's something about being next to your guy when you race.
It helps you the whole time.
That final thing, yo, let's go, bro. You know what I mean?
At the end, you said you finished first and second, or what? He finished first, you finished second.
He finished first. He became a hero. I finished second.
You helped, man.
I finished second.
To be fair,
I finished second.
That's actually
he was fitter than me.
That's sick, yeah, that's sick.
Do you know what I mean?
That's sick. I like that.
I finished second.
I like that because, yeah, man, you could have left, man. And none of you would have won because you may not have had that motivation to even be first or second. Yeah. And obviously he definitely wouldn't have won maybe if you didn't help him up. So yeah, man, that's sick. But
I only did that 1.5 because
1,500 meters.
Yeah.
Swear now.
Yeah, 8 rounds around the thing, bro. Yeah. And then when it goes to 6, it's like, and then 7, 8, bro, you're going.
Swear now.
Yeah, that's what I used to do. The reason why I didn't do thing, the reason why I didn't do
1,800 meters or
1,500?
1,500, yeah, it depends on how many things.
Yeah, I think the thing was, I don't know where it was.
But yeah, however many laps you do, that's still quite a distance though.
Bro, that's what I did the school. That's what I did for the school, you know what I mean?
Because at the Olympics, the pitch is 400 meters, so you go around that pitch.
How many times you go?
Like, if you're doing 1,500 meters, so you go around 3 times.
The one at our
and then the last time would be
it was definitely
300.
8. I remember it was definitely 8.
Yeah, so it's possible to have like a smaller circle. Whatever it is, yeah, that's a serious race. It's still the same distance anyway, 1.5k.
The reason why I did do 100 meters is because there was this guy.
That's sprinting, isn't it?
There's a guy he had repeated, innit?
Oh yeah, you know how when
he must have been like 17, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? But I don't even know how old, like 9, 10.
In Africa, they don't let you go. They don't let you go to the next year if you fail.
The parents can choose to repeat.
Yeah, bro, man said the parents, the school ain't letting you go.
There was no beating the guy. The guy was a grown man. There was no beating him. There was no beating. Every single time we raced,
he won.
You know, I was either second or third. There was another guy that was fast as well. But this guy was fast as well. So I was always like third, maybe second if this guy is having a bad day. But there was no beating this. Yeah. He was the hero when we go as a school to other.
You shouldn't be running. You should not be running in that race, bro.
He was the hero.
Why is he in the race, bro? He's older than
But I was in the rallies. I was in the
relays, the baton.
So me, him, and the other guy was saying, but we were all in the relay, innit?
You was together. Bro,
I was always in that third spot, and he always had that last spot in it.
The finishing spot, the one to wrap up the.
Yeah. He always had that still.
Big 17-year-old going up against 10-year-old.
And when he gets that, if we're already on a gap, he's gonna open that gap like mad. Do you know what I mean?
Of course he is. He's running against a 10-year-old that hasn't hit puberty. he's almost an adult. Like,
It was bad.
that's funny. That reminded me of when Lukaku was playing with them kids in Belgium, fam. Guy looked so much bigger. He was the same age as them. That's the difference. He was just a big youth.
Yeah, nah, we digress. But that was athletics,
Forest,
bro. Man's
yeah.
done it. I guess man's an athlete in a way. So anyway, Brentford, Fulham.
Yeah.
Fulham beat Brentford 3-2. Do you know these are two more teams that I like? You know how I like Crystal Palace?
Yeah.
I like Fulham and I like Brentford, Joe. I like these teams, bro.
Fulham and Brentford.
Raul Jimenez scored. Tom Kearney.
Tom Kearney, yeah.
He's been scoring bangers.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Do you know what? The ones he's not scoring as well. Harry Wilson's goal was mad.
I like Harry Wilson.
Did you see his goal?
No.
He scored the final goal in
Technically very good. Technically very good.
But before then, but Brentford scored 2. Belmo scored 1 in the 22nd minute. And then Johan Wieser scored another one, but they fell short. But you know these men, they always assist each other. Have you seen their celebration?
Yeah. Mbeumo, they do that thing, yeah. Mbeumo ended the season with how many goals? 15 goals?
Something, I don't know, it was in the double digits.
And Wieser also scored about 14 goals. Them two had a great season in front of goal for Brentford. I'm not going to lie, bro.
I wonder if Tom Frank's going to keep his team.
Apparently, Man United are trying to sign Brian Mbeumo.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, if you man get Mbeumo, bruv, that's hard, fam.
It's a good signing, isn't it?
You man can
They're not in Europe anyway. We're not.
You can even leave Ojland, innit? It's still going to work out. But
he needs to hit the bench, bro.
Nah, I don't want you man to get Mbeumo still.
Of course you
I'm
don't.
surprised they're trying to give a bold man a deal after everything will be said.
5-year deal.
But yeah, I was watching Filthy Fellas and it pissed me off that Steve was saying exactly the point that I said. We recorded our pod way before, but we just didn't release it because we were on holiday.
Okay.
He said the same point.
What did he say?
That I said exactly how I said it.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
About thingy, Harry Kane signing for Arsenal. Do you remember when I said it?
Yeah, bro.
Do you remember when I said it?
We were talking about that. About Harry signing for Arsenal, innit?
Yeah.
What did he say? He said that would be a good move for him, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Like, I say it makes sense. It doesn't make sense to some fans.
It makes sense to Arsenal because that's a
someone,
ready-made striker. That's what they need.
As someone
bagsman.
that's not an Arsenal fan or Tottenham fan, it makes sense, innit? That's who they need, innit?
Yeah.
And we were talking about that, and I'm sure we're not the only people that have those opinions.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause obviously, other man can see it as well, innit?
It just annoyed me that we didn't put ours out in it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Now, Leicester and Ipswich. Remember, this is week 37. Leicester and Ipswich was 2-0 to Leicester. Vardy scored his last goal at home. Casey McCarter scored as well. That was a good goal as well.
Yeah.
But obviously Ipswich, them man.
They were already down and out, you know. So
Arsenal beat Newcastle. Declan Rice scored the only goal and it was a good goal as well.
Yeah.
Took it nice.
They needed to win that game.
Yeah.
They actually needed to win that game as well.
Yeah.
Because
otherwise
they didn't want to get dragged into the squabble in the last.
I'd say that might happen in it, but yeah, they pulled it through. Declan Rice did his thing. Some people are saying he should be the next captain, innit?
Well, who's their current captain now?
Odegaard.
yeah.
So it's too soft.
Man said it's too soft.
It's too soft.
Nah, but you know what? You know what? You're right, yeah. Declan Rice could and maybe probably should be the next captain. However, I also think that for you to take the captaincy of a man, it's disrespectful. If the man's still at the club, if I'm captain, yeah, and then next season we come back for pre-season and the gaffer says to me, yeah, you're not captain no more this season. He's captain.
Yeah,
I'm going to be like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, and there's people like Bukayo who's vice captain. What's he going to think as well?
He's not captain though.
He's vice though.
He should be captain one day.
He's vice. So,
I know, and
so
you're thinking...
Declan is just going to come. I'm the Helen boy. I've been here.
Yeah.
This is my home.
Yeah, they can't give Declan Rice captain and not give to Saka. Saka been there.
Yeah.
And do you get what I mean, though, right?
Yeah.
Saka is going to think, hold on, I'm number 2. Fair enough, I get it that you're giving it to Odegaard because, yeah, he'd been here as well. But what? So you're just going to be my man to take over?
Do you know what I mean?
It's almost like if you're on a job. And
that's when you start seeing people like Saka wanting to go somewhere.
You're second in command and someone else just comes and say, hold on, this guy is now your boss. And you're like, but he just got here.
Do you know what I mean? Some of them things.
Yeah, man, so...
But yeah, Brighton then beat Liverpool, but Liverpool don't care no more, man. them one were still hanging.
Arne Slot was in IB for 24 hours before the game.
You know what I mean?
Nah, maybe not 24, but he was in... I swear I saw him on social media partying and living it up in
By the
Spain.
way, obviously, Ayari scored Mitoma, by the way. He's had a brilliant season.
I heard he might be getting a move.
Yeah. He's another one that did another season because everyone was talking about him last season. Did another season.
He was supposed to be going last year.
Did his thing. Yeah, and
he has. He did. I'll be honest as well. He fell off a little bit during the middle of the season. The beginning, he didn't have a good first half of the season, Karel Mitoma, but he ended the season very strongly.
And it was mad.
Could be injuries as well, as that's the thing, but he did finish very strong, and people are going to be talking about him getting the move again.
Yeah,
so
they scored first, innit? And then Liverpool scored 2, innit? And you thought it's going to be standard.
Harvey
Elliott scored, Slupazai scored, and then the next thing,
boom,
come back with them 2.
Boom.
What's this guy called? Hinshaw Wood. I never know how to say his name.
He's going on cold. Man, we ain't doing team of the week because we're doing team of the season. If we were doing team of the week, he's in it. Because on the final day, he did a Mazin as well.
He did a Mazin. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, but if we're doing team of the thing.
Yeah, he's sick, man. He did good. I'm excited to see what he does next season because he's one of them that's come through the academy. I always like it when players come out of nowhere, and he's shown that he's there to stay. So next season should be an interesting season for he's a Jack Hinshelwood.
And we need these teams to keep these players, man. It keeps it interesting, man.
Yeah, but that's what happens. You lot come with your checkbook and just sign everybody. And financial fair play ain't doing nothing about.
You don't forgot about it because obviously we were losing it.
150.
If we were winning, you know, it would have been by the talk of the town. It's because we were losing it.
Everyone calm down. 150 charges. Oh, now I ain't seen nothing come out about that, bro.
They say January.
It's pissing me off. And you're still signing, bro.
We signed like mad in January.
You're still in January. You were going ham. You're still fucking signing, bro. How are you still signing in the middle of Nah. Anyway, it is what it is. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on City, but I don't get it, bro.
Massive under elbow.
Bro, I know, man. Massive shorts on the elbow, bro.
They watch this too.
No care.
What you on? Yeah.
No care in the world.
Come to the door, man. Come to the door.
Front door as well, man. Front door. It's not even a slide thing, man. It's just opening the gaff and saying, here you go. Here's your piece. Your player come in.
Yeah. What drugs do you want? Are you here for the cocaine or are you here for the weed?
Man, shouting
I got boxes upstairs. What are you talking about?
Shouting across the street and hey, yo.
I got the boxes, come check them.
That's crazy.
Right here, bro.
That's what Man City are doing, Mo. They're in front of Obo, bro. Signing players while facing one of the biggest charges of financial breaches in history.
Trust me.
And everyone's just allowing it and just thinking, we're used to it now.
That's what it's got to be.
No, man. No.
No.
And you're talking about these players should hang on to these teams should hang on to their players. Let a player dare score 5 goals in a row.
Slap a nigga in the face with the money.
Bro, I'm seeing Fabrizio on social media the next day saying Man City have agreed personal terms. You know how they always agree personal terms with the players before the move even happens.
I know.
Brother.
I know. You man did with Cunha though.
Yeah, I know, but we're due to have.
But anyway, you man are like a small team in it, so it's kind of...
Man said you man are small.
Speaking of Wolves, they played Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
They lost 4-2.
Yeah.
By the way, if I was going to bet that day, Crystal Palace have been on a mad run towards the end of the
they've been going
They've been going
cold.
Eddie Nketiah scored 2. I'm happy when he scores, man. I like Eddie.
I like Eddie.
It's good to see him. Ben Chilwell scored, and then Eze. Eze is now doing a game in, game out.
Eze, yeah.
He's doing a game in, game out.
Man, do you know what? Talking about hanging on to your players, it'll be interesting to see if Crystal Palace can hang on to him. What do you think?
Mad.
Do you think he's going to be there at the beginning of next season
I reckon
in a Crystal Palace shirt?
it depends who comes, man.
What do you mean who
Depends
comes?
who comes to get him. I think he's not just going to go to any big team. He would rather stay there and try to do a thing again. But if the thing doesn't work out, he can always go. Everyone knows what he's up to, what he's good at.
You know what? With him, yeah, I know I say that I'm a big advocate for players staying in their teams for a few seasons, and he has stayed with Crystal Palace for a few seasons. He could have left last season. There was a lot of talk about him. Olise left, and he stayed, and he's had a good season. He's been their main guy, right? I think he's ready for the next step up in his career. I can see him going to a team like Tottenham.
That's not a good step. That's not a good step. I like Eze, bro, but that's not a good step, bro. It's bad to go Chelsea and wrestle with all them man there, fam.
The Dread Gang, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
bro, and wrestle over them and you're still in London, you're still going juicy floor, you just go on. You have to move yards, bro. You know what I mean?
Tottenham are in London, bro.
Yeah, still, but nah, them man.
It's a quick, easy move for him.
There's no vibes there, bro. Look at the people there. Do you think
South to north?
There's no vibe there, bro. There's no vibe. Look at them players, bro. There's no vibe.
Who is he going to be vibing
Martin
with?
still don't even know who to talk to, bro, for this day, bro.
Jed Spence, he can vibe with Jed Spence,
Yeah,
bro.
but Jed Spence look like he's got his man them from the block.
You can vibe with Solanke.
You come train and say, yeah, but they man.
You can vibe with Solanke and Brennan Johnson, innit? Bless you, bless you.
But yeah, nah, that's not a good move for him. I don't think, man. I would like to see him. You see, Olise did a good move, for example. Bayern Munich. That's a good move, man.
That is a good move.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's a sick move.
You know? Even if he was to go to Napoli, they just won the thing. If they say they won.
Nah, you can't. I want him to stay in the Premier League. I like him, man.
No, but I'm just saying for him personally.
I like
if he was
watching
to,
him play.
that would be a good thing.
Obviously, you can
That'd
still
be a
watch
good
him
move
play
for him.
in
If you're
Italy
talking
as well.
Premier League, there's not many places, you know. But he could go to thing, you know. He could go to places like Newcastle
United?
as well, even Newcastle.
What do you think, Eze to United?
But I don't want to see that, bro.
Nah, he's not gonna. We're not gonna get him.
That's gonna ruin his career. I like him, innit?
We're not gonna get him, and I like Eze too much to even want that to
ruin
happen.
careers.
We've been ruining people's careers recently. I don't even want Eze to come to us because I like him. I don't want his career to go down.
But yeah, Strand Larsen scored and Agbadu scored as well.
Agbadu.
We played Bournemouth, a game that had 2 red cards. But obviously we done our thing. Omar Mamouche, he's been a good sign.
He's been sick, man.
Been a good sign.
Omar Mamouche, the Egyptian. He's Egyptian, isn't he? The Egyptian.
He scored the first goal. Silva Bernardo scored another one. Then Nico Gonzalez, it was nice to see Nico Gonzalez.
Yeah, he got on the score sheet as well, didn't he?
Nice to see him getting on the score sheet. Obviously for them, Jebson
Jebson, yeah.
But yeah, it's a game that I was saying could be a hard one, but we'll brush past them. You know, Pep is back with his wife, innit?
So when he's back with his missus,
And then
City are back on track. He's on
And
track.
obviously you, man,
Yeah, man.
then played thingy, innit? But that was week 37, and then in week 38, in week 37, Arsenal had already secured the second. The first was already done. It was all about, well, third was looking like we got that anyway, to be honest. It was all about the 4th and the 5th, innit? Them man battling it out. So we go on the day, the big day.
The big day, the final day of the season when the teams were going to we're going to find out their fate to see if they were going to qualify for the Champions League or for other European spots.
So Bournemouth played Leicester. They won 2-0. Anthony Semenyo scored both of them.
Yeah.
If we were doing Team of the Week, that's the guy I would have had.
He would have been in there as well, wouldn't he?
Because it's the way he scored them goals as well.
Yeah, man. He's had a nice season, man, Antoine Semenyo.
We played Fulham. Fulham's had a good season too. Unfortunately, when they play the big dogs, they have to get it. Ike Gundogan scored a good goal.
Yeah, nice goal from Akagun.
Good goal. And then Erling Haaland scored a penalty.
Yep.
And I thought, why didn't he take one
In
at
the
the
final,
FA?
yeah.
Why did he give it to Mamouche? But anyway, that's just another
story for another day.
Because he took that well, bruv.
He's missed a few penalties this season. He's taken 7 penalties this season, and I think he's missed 3. So that's just over a 50% conversion rate.
Come on, man. You know them man that no matter what, they still want to take the penalty. That's how you want it to be.
He should still be taken.
Yeah, but
he should
just be like, yo, that's mine, bro.
Yeah.
You're fighting them man. Them man should say to you, yo, come on, you've missed. Then you know this guy is confident. Not just give it to a man, fam. But anyway.
Shows where he's at with his own confidence when it comes to penalties. I think they need to get someone else to take them pens.
That's what I think.
If you're going to be giving it up anyway, but just come off it altogether.
When Rodri was there,
Rodri was taking shit, yeah.
De Bruyne used to, but I don't know, man.
He's not on the pitch most of the time.
Yeah. Ipswich played West Ham. West Ham won 3-1. Ward Pro scored. It was nice to see him score. Because he's not really been playing for much in it for them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Jared Bowen has been on fire, bro.
Yeah.
Goals he's scoring.
I like Jared Bowen. I'm a big fan of his.
And Kudus, bro. He just...
Mohamed Kudus, the Ghanaian prince, yeah.
He's another one that could do the big move, you know.
Man said he needs to... He hasn't even made
No, he's good, bro.
He's not patting himself there yet,
him,
though.
Bro.
He's still got work to do there.
Yeah, man.
He's still got
Age is not on his side, bro.
He's still got to convince them fans because they paid big money for him, and he's not really...
No,
where was he before?
No, but he plays. Every time I see him playing, he plays well, though.
I forgot where he was before.
It's just that Jared Bowen is the one scoring. I don't even know where he came from.
He's good, though. I like him, but I do think he's still got... I still think he needs to have one more good season for us to be very sure that he's that guy. I like him a lot, though. I think he's a very good player.
I think he needs to leave that team. But
you reckon?
Yeah,
leave Graham Potter style.
Go to better
Potter
team.
ball. You think Potter ball's not working?
If he was let me put Newcastle again. You know what? I'd rather have Kudus than Savinho at City. Let me put it that way.
Are you sure?
I'd rather have Kudus than Doku as well.
Yeah, I'd rather have
Kudus because Kudus, yeah, bro, he does things.
He tries to do stuff.
Yeah,
he ain't
bro.
just trying to do jinky, but he's trying to do
he's trying to score as well.
He's trying to score, really and truly. He's trying to score.
He's doing it to score. He's not just doing it to just do it.
Score.
He ain't trying to assist. Bro,
and I like that.
I'd rather have him.
I like that.
And he's strong. I'd rather have him.
He's a very good player. I pick Kudus over Doku, but you're not going to do that, though. So
I'll pick him over Savinho too.
Yeah, maybe, right? Maybe. I do think Savinho is good as well, though.
No, he is good, but he's not... Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, Liverpool, Crystal Palace, it was 1-1.
Yes, final day of the season. Crystal Palace were winning. Liverpool could not allow themselves to lose on their final day of the season. On their home ground. Mohamed Salah smashed the ball into the back of the net.
We said goodbye to Trent and they got their little cup in it.
Yes, they celebrated their trophy in front of their fans. Trent said goodbye. There were lots of tears. There was lots of emotions. And he signed out his Liverpool career.
And then finally Man United got a win.
Against Aston Villa, who really needed to win to have any hopes of qualifying.
But once they got that red card as well.
It was a red card as well.
It was.
Emi Martinez was moving mad. I think that's his last game for them as well.
Yeah. What could they have done there?
Not foul the player, let the player go through. It's hot.
But he's done. It's a goal.
It's hot. Yeah, so if you concede a goal, you still have 11 players.
Man have that thing in that. You know what? I'll sacrifice myself, guys, but hold it down, my guys. Hold it down, because we need this game.
No, but okay.
That's what I think happened.
Let me.
That's what I think. Actually, it was in his head.
Do you think that? Mind you, this is a massive game that they need to win. Yeah?
I think if I let this guy go,
10 players.
But
in the first half,
I hear that.
Early
it was on a half-time minute.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, and I get it, but all I'm saying is he is the type of madman that will say, you know what, let me take this, because it's a goal.
Emi Martinez would do that at any time of a game.
It's a goal. That was a goal anyway. If it goes past, that's a goal.
It's Hodgland though, so we're not really sure.
Yeah, true. He didn't think that. He's used to strikers, isn't it?
That can finish. he's used to people doing what they should be doing.
Exactly.
Hodgson might side netting that, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Anyway, Amad Diallo and Christian Eriksen
Yeah,
scored.
I'm happy Christian Eriksen scored his final game for us, so he signed out with it, with a goal. I wish him all the best in the future as well. I like Christian Eriksen.
And then Newcastle and Everton. 1-0 Everton. They cock-blocked Newcastle, bro.
Newcastle are lucky, you know.
Yeah.
But they had the game they needed to win. They lost it and they still qualified for Champions League.
Yeah.
They are lucky. I like Everton. That's why I like Everton. They had nothing to play for. They're safe already. But they said, nah. This ain't
I
going
can
to
try and
be
score
no
the
walk in
goal.
the park. It's not going to be a walk in the park. And what's his name? Jordan Pickford played really well in that game, actually.
And then you wanted to talk about Nottingham Forest.
I think we've talked about them, to be fair. I feel they had the game against Chelsea, Nottingham Forest against Chelsea, last game of the season. Winner gets in the Champions League. That's like a cup final in itself. It doesn't matter what happens everywhere else. I say winner gets in the Champions League, but if Forest had won that game, they would have been in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Newcastle didn't win, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Aston Villa didn't win. Aston Villa lost, and Newcastle lost. Nottingham Forest against Chelsea, you win and you're in the Champions League. Chelsea needed to win as well to be guaranteed of Champions League football. And they just couldn't do it. I was rooting for Forest the whole time, but I'm not going to lie. When the game was about to start, I thought to myself, Chelsea are not going to lose this game. They're not going to lose.
Yeah. Chelsea
don't know if I said that to you,
they got it together in the last final, bro.
They ain't going to lose.
Yeah.
And right now, as we're speaking, Chelsea have just won the Europa Conference League, which we always knew they would.
Yeah.
They've beaten Real Betis 4-1.
The only person that didn't know is Anthony.
Yeah, he's upset somewhere, but he's done well. Hopefully we can get some decent money for him. Real Betis seem really happy to keep him, so hopefully they can give us some dough and we can say goodbye, Anthony. But he's done really well since he's gone to Spain, so fair play to him.
And then Southampton, Arsenal won 2-1. Kieran Tierney scored. I think it was his last game at Arsenal as well.
He might be leaving.
I liked Kieran Tierney.
I like
At one point, he was the only decent player they had. At one point,
he's been there. He's seen a lot of transition and change happen, and I think it's only right that it's his time to go now.
And Martin Odegaard scored a sick goal, but that's the type of goal that makes me think, where was this when it mattered?
He doesn't do it when you need him to do it.
Man.
So that's, for me, I don't even care.
Yeah.
He's good. He's a good player. I don't want to talk down on him, but
do it when it matters.
Man goes missing like Homer Simpson disappearing into the bushes when you need him. So
Do it when it matters, man.
I don't really know.
I like him though.
He's going to be there next season. I do think he's got a place at Arsenal, and I think he's a really good player. I don't think he's the problem. I just think you need to surround Martin Odegaard with really good players. He's shown us time and time again that he's not going to carry you to a trophy. He's a good player to have, a good cog in the machine, a very good player to have. However, he needs other different people that can make the difference around him. If you're relying on Martin Odegaard to make the difference, you're not going to win anything.
It's not enough. Brighton beat Spurs 4-1.
Yeah.
They asked Ange,
what do you think of the season? Man was still buzzing.
I won a cup, blood.
Yeah, man said it's a fantastic season. Man said if you asked me about this at the beginning of the season, I'm sure the fans would have said, hey.
Jack Hinchelwood. I need to learn that.
His name is hard to say.
Hinchelwood.
Hinchelwood, yeah.
Jack Hinchelwood scored 2 in that game.
Scored a nice backheel goal as well, you know.
Yeah.
Lovely goal. And you know what? O'Reilly should have given him the penalty, man, to get his hat-trick. I was a bit pissed off about that.
He didn't,
He celebrated like crazy as well after he scored. He was like, yes. And I was like, but I'm happy for you, but you should have given it to my man, innit? But yeah, he's not, neither of them are probably, I think O'Reilly's probably penalty taker, so he's just like, fuck all that, I'm taking it.
Diego Gomez scored the last one. Then Wolves and Brentford was 1-1. Marshall Monetti scores 1.
Yes.
A Zimbabwean brother.
Yes.
And Brian Bilmer scores 1.
Yes.
Assisted by yours truly.
Johan Wissa. Them two are a great partnership, man. Two up
I'd hate to
top.
see them split next season, man.
Two up top, two up top.
Proper 2 up top, man.
Both bold brothers, man.
Yeah.
Wissa and Brian and Mbuemo. I like them too. That's a great partnership.
I was about to say, when I think about what's been my favourite 2 up top in the Premier League, it has to be them.
This season, my favourite two up top are them.
It has to be them.
It's them.
I'll have a think. Maybe I might.
There might be someone else that's another
other
great
people I ever
partnership.
thought about.
But I do like Mbuemo as well.
So now to make the team of the week, Richard.
Team of the week or team of the season?
Team of the season, sorry. Yeah,
Team of the season.
Since the season's ended, guys, by the way, after this, we're going to have pre-season podcasts. They're going to be different to what we do now. There won't be no team of the week, so it's going to be time for more bands.
A bit more fun,
crazy
light-hearted, banter.
And some guests, so it's going to be interesting, guys.
Yeah, we're going to bring the guests in. We're going to bring some of the man them in to come share some of their football knowledge with us. So that'll be fun.
But yeah, so pre-season, pre-season. Team of the week. Let's start with the goalie.
Team of the season. Who's your best goalkeeper been this season? In the Premier League. For me, it's not Edison and it's not Alisson.
Edison's had a shocking season, bro.
It's also not David Raya. I quite like Matt Sells. I think he's been really good this season.
Let's have a look what the stats are saying.
Yeah. Who's kept the most clean sheets?
Matt Sells has had a good season, yeah.
So, who else have we got that could potentially be? So, I think Matt Sells has been really good for.
Raya has been good, I think.
David Raya has been good.
I think he's been good.
I don't know. I've said I don't think it's David Raya. It could be David Raya. He could have been possibly the best goalkeeper in the league this season. Arsenal haven't necessarily lost that many games. They've just drawn a lot of games, and their problems have more been with them putting the ball in the back of the net as opposed to them conceding goals. So David Raya has been solid this season. Do you have any stats when it comes to what the goalkeepers have been like this season?
No, because you know when you look at this thing, so out of the it depends how many games they played as well. And that's why when I'm looking at the stats, it's a lot of jargon.
If you've played 5 games and you've not conceded.
You got to think of throughout the season, because Nick Pope, I've seen him do mad saves towards the end of the season. Would I say he's the best? No. But I think Matt Sells has been good. Ray has been good.
Nottingham Forest have had a pretty good defensive record as well. I know they've lost a couple of games by big scorelines, but generally they've actually been very good, protected by Murillo and Milenkovic-Savic. That's part of the reason why the defense has been good.
Yeah.
But they have been.
Your defense says a lot.
Defense matters. Your defense matters. I think Jordan Pickford has also been quite good as well. So, yeah, I think it's one of them ones.
Even Dean Henderson. He's done some mad. Dean Henderson has had some mad really good saves. Games, yeah. Bro, he's kept them into these games, bro.
Yeah, he has. Bro. You're very right, he has.
So it's a difficult one, this one. It's a difficult one.
I think my goalkeeper of the season is Matt Sells. That's who I'm going for. I've been really impressed with the way Nottingham Forest have played this season. They've not just been open, they've been very good defensively. And I struggle to remember too many mistakes that Matt Sells has made this season. He's also been playing all season.
So here's the thing, yeah. The only reason why I agree with you anyway, I was just throwing some names out there, is because in our team of the weeks, we've had Matt Seals a couple times.
He's made it in there a lot of times, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That says something. David Raya has been good as well. I'm not saying he hasn't, but I prefer in my team of the season. I think I'm going to go for Matt Sells to be the goalkeeper. Nottingham Forest.
He's the one that's hot proper right now. If you talk about people that want to sign players right now, people are talking about people like Matt Sells. Are you gonna say Kirker's left back?
For my left back of the season, Milos Kerkers. Am I gonna say him? Maybe. Maybe.
Who else is out there?
He's not. So it hasn't just been him that's been very good at left back. Milos Kerkers for Bournemouth has been very good. A lot of talk about him getting a move to Liverpool. In fact, I think that's almost there we land. So
them man that's signing early, but they're not wasting time.
Yeah, that's ongoing. Liverpool are getting the business done. The season just finished, bro. It's been a week. Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, Kerkers looks like it's done. So they're Liverpool are getting the business done nice and early, which is always very good for them and scary for the rest of the league. Milos Kerkers, left back of the season. Nico O'Reilly has been very, very good. Miles Lewis-Skelly has been very, very good. I'm going to go for Milos Kerkers.
Yeah, Miles Lewis-Skelly didn't. This man, they came, but it's not enough to finish.
To take out Kerkers, in my opinion. So I'm going to put him in left back.
You don't like Estupiñán?
I don't know why you say like I don't like him. I didn't say I didn't like him. Estupiñán.
It's pretty bad there.
My South American brother. Nah, I like him. He has been good this season as well for Brighton.
I mean, other people, Matt Cucurella, you like him.
I like Cucurella. You know, I'm a big fan of Cucurella. Cucurella has been good as well. You know, he's a big shout for that left back.
The kid from Fulham is good as well. Robinson.
Anthony Robinson.
He's active.
He's been good.
He's active.
So the question is, would you pick, if you were picking a team today, would you pick Anthony Robinson over Milos Kerkers? Would you pick Cucurella over Milos Kerkers? Maybe. You might pick Cucurella over Kerkers, but for me, I'm going for Milos Kerkers.
Because the thing is, for Chelsea to be where they are, Cucurella has got a lot to do with that, bro.
He's done a lot, hasn't he?
When the strikers didn't pop, he popped, bro.
I think there is no. You can pick Cucurella, and I think if I saw a team of the season that had Cucurella in it, I would be like, yeah, good shout. If I saw a team of the season that has Kerkers in it, I would be like, yeah, good shout. It all depends on what you prefer, really. Both of them have been good. Cucurella has been very good as well. So if you think Cucurella should go into our left back spot instead of Kerkers, I have no problem with that.
The reason why I'm going to say Cucurella is because I like Kerkers, by the way. I think he's sick, bro. I think if I was to pick one in my team to play with me, it's Kerkers. But Cucurella, because them man pipped up, dragged them man from.
Yeah.
And got over and got in the Champions League.
He really helped.
So one is playing in the Champions League and one isn't, maybe. Unless he moves, innit?
He will be playing there when he moves. But yeah, I think we should put Cucurella in our left back then. I agree. I think he has been very good this season. And he stepped up when his team needed him. So I think for that reason, he deserves it.
So our two left backs, our two centre backs.
Our two centre backs this season. I think Virgil van Dijk needs to be in the team of the season. I think he's been great. He's been good.
There's no debate there, man.
Yeah.
It's about who's partnering him.
Who's going to go in alongside. I don't think it's going to be Saliba, and I don't think it's going to be Gabriel. I don't think it's going to be any Manchester City defenders. And Newcastle have had some decent players as well.
Dan Burn's been playing in defence.
Yeah, I like Dan Burn. I also think Aston Villa have had
Shaw as well. Shaw has been good, you know.
Fabian Shaw. He has been good, actually. I always see people say that's not his position, he shouldn't be playing there. But he keeps getting in the team and he keeps playing well. So shout out to him. I know they've been missing, Newcastle have been missing Sven Botman for a lot of the season. He's a very good player as well. Levi Colwill has been good as well, but would I say he should be in team of the season?
I think Murillo's been more consistent along the season.
I agree. I think Murillo and Milenkovic-Savic, it has to be one of them two to be in the team of the season.
Milenkovic-Savic has been good as well.
I know, that's the thing, man. I agree. I think it's very difficult if you have to pick one of them. They always come as a partnership as well, so having to pick one of them is quite difficult.
Murillo?
Yeah, I say let's go for Murillo.
Let's go with the Brazilian.
Murillo is a young player. He's got lots of room for improvement, lots of potential, and this season he's been very good. So our centre-back partner...
right back now.
Yeah.
Just people like Munoz.
Munoz of Crystal Palace. There's not Reece James because he's definitely not played nowhere near enough games. Not Matheus Nunes, not Diego Dalot. Trent Alexander-Arnold has been good. Would I say he's in team of the season?
Your boy Wan-Bissaka has been doing all right.
He's been doing really well, actually. Yeah. Who's the right back for Aston Villa? Matty Cash.
Yeah.
Tottenham. No. There's been some really good players as well that are playing in that position. Timothy Castagne at Fulham.
Obviously, you got Trent.
Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't know. I think it's quite a difficult position because I don't think any of the right backs have been really, really outstanding. I think left backs, we've had a lot of left backs.
That's why I even said Munoz first, bro. Because I've enjoyed watching him.
I like Munoz, to be fair. I do. I enjoy watching him. He's always trying to score, man. You know them right backs that you're like, bro, why are you always having us shots on target? You're really trying to score, and that's really good to watch, man. I like it. I enjoy players like that, trying to make a difference. Yeah, so right back of the season, I think that's quite. Maybe there's a player that we're missing here, like Wolves or
Kieran Trippier in Newcastle.
Yeah, but I don't think he's played enough games. I was thinking about Kieran Trippier, but Aina has been very good, but I don't want to make this a Nottingham Forest team.
For me, really, it's Trent or Munoz. For me, really, I think.
You reckon?
Yeah. Trent
Alexander-Arnold.
Timber came towards the end of the season.
You know what? I actually think Urin Timber should be the right back of the season.
He only played towards the last bit of the season, though.
He was still he played quite a few games this season. He did play quite a lot of games. Not like you said, not every game, but I don't think any of them really played that many games.
So you don't think Nunes?
Bro,
Nunes been doing alright though.
Man played good 5 games.
He's been doing alright towards the end, bro.
38 games in the season.
It looks like Pep might even leave him there next season.
That's the worst. I hope they do that. I hope they do that because we're gonna see how good he is. He's not a right back. And I think Pep knows that. I'm surprised that City went in there to try and get Jeremy Frimpong deal done as well, because they've been linked with him and they just didn't do that deal.
So what are you saying? You're saying Urin Timber?
Yeah, my right back, I think I'm going to go for Urin Timber.
I don't have a problem with that, to be honest. But I would have wanted. I wouldn't mind seeing Munoz though.
Munoz in there. I like Munoz. I do think he's good, but I think we've got to be real here. And like, there's levels in it. There's a team that was fighting for the league right up until the end of the season, and Crystal Palace, who have done really, really well actually. And Munoz has played some entertaining stuff, but I think Olaena has been just as good as Munoz.
Yeah, you could say that, I suppose.
So we've got our back 4 and our goalkeeper. The 3 midfield positions that we do.
Are we gonna do 4-3-3 or we're gonna do 4-4-2?
I think we should do 4-3-3.
Yeah.
I know it's not that exciting, but I think we should do 4-3-3.
Alright, defensive midfielder.
Our number 6. Who's been the best number 6 this season? You have Declan Moises Caicedo. Let's just end that conversation there, I think.
Gravenberch.
I pick Moises Caicedo for that number 6 position. For me personally, Gravenberch has been very good. Moises Caicedo has been unreal. Moses Caicedo has carried his team to where he's carried.
Tonali.
Yeah, very good player as well. I personally pick. Caicedo's played 38 Premier League games this season. Man played every game of the season for his team. Every game, bro. You have to put names in there because of all these players that you've mentioned have had really good seasons.
Yeah.
That's why it's not like we're disregarding them.
We're not gonna have. It's gonna be difficult because once we take this place here, we've got 2 left in it, and it's difficult. Alright, cool. Let's put him down for now, innit?
Moses Caicedo for CDM.
I don't disagree anyway.
I think he's been class.
We're trying to build a strong team here. Alright, cool, bro. The other 2 midfielders.
Now this is where it gets interesting, innit? It gets really interesting. Who's gonna be the number 8 and the number 10?
Because you got Bruno G.
Yes.
And Tonali.
Tonali can play there. Got Declan Rice.
Yeah.
You've got Yuri Tillman.
Yeah.
You've got.
If you say you talk about Morgan Rogers.
You got Morgan Rogers. You can't leave any.
White.
Morgan Gibbs White. You've got Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
You've got Ebere Eze.
Yeah.
So we're talking about that whole place, these 2 positions. Maybe let's pick one that's not a playmaker out and out first. Okay.
Okay. Let's pick an 8.
Yeah. So when we're talking about the 8,
Declan Rice, Bruno G.
Man,
Tonali.
such a hard decision, isn't it?
Enzo.
It's a really tough choice, man.
Talisman.
Yuri Tillman. Man, I'm going to pick Declan Rice. I
feel like it's a safe choice what you're going for. I feel like it's a safe choice,
bro. Do you think? No, because I know. I think Rice.
Tonali's been immense, bro. Anyone a cap because it's been immense, bro. Bruno G has been immense, bro. Them 2 have been doing mad, bro.
Been really good.
Bruno G is a complete midfielder, bro. You wanna have if you're picking a team to play with, yeah. And just Declan Rice and Bruno G, yeah.
You keep saying to play with.
Yeah, because you see it different.
I'm trying to pick a.
You see it different because you think about who you want to pass to, who you want to pass to you, sort of thing. Bro.
I'm trying to pick the best starting 11 in the Premier League this season.
Declan Rice or Bruno G, bro.
I picked Declan Rice. But I feel like I shouldn't be. But I feel like that's the smart thing
Bruno
to
G
do.
is a warrior in that 8, bro.
I like Bruno G,
He does everything good, bro.
Nah, I feel like with Declan Rice, I know what I am going to get.
No, but I feel like with Declan Rice, there's sort of a dimension there. There's things he can do. There's things that you won't see him do. Bruno G...
But my number 10 is going to do those things.
Yeah, but...
My number 10 is going to be an off-the-cuff bad boy player.
We're going to have a problem there anyway, but anyway, we haven't got there yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's going to be a tough decision to make as well. But I'm looking for a balanced team as well, innit? I don't want my team to be too on, I want there to be the right balance. And I feel like Moises Caicedo as the number 6, Declan Rice as the other centre midfielder, the number 8. Then I'm looking...
I feel sorry for Tonali and Finney, man, because Declan Rice. The thing is, Declan Rice is not.
He's had a good season though, hasn't he, bro?
He has, but
let's not act
he
like
ain't got nothing to show for it though.
That doesn't mean anything, bro.
These men have,
I'm talking about who, like Caicedo. Okay, what does he have to show for it? The Europa Conference League.
It's something.
What do Nottingham Forest? What
the line, bro.
What do Murillo have to show for it?
Huh? Yeah, but come on, some of the places it's just because. But yeah, fam.
What do you think? Do you think that you would pick Tonali or Bruno?
No, I'm just saying. I like Bruno G, bro.
I think if as a player, I like Bruno.
I think most Arsenal fans. I'm interested to know most Arsenal fans. If you were to ask them, Bruno G or Declan Rice,
Bruno Guimaraes or Declan Rice, I think they would pick Declan Rice. I would pick Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice has been sick. And I'm not even just talking about what he did in the Champions League. I almost want to take away what he's done in the Champions League away from this conversation because we're talking about the Premier League. But you have to look at that as well.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, let's go to 10.
Our number 10.
Right, so the options.
It's not going to be Cole Palmer.
Nah, Cole Palmer's not in
It's not going to be Phil Foden, obviously.
not in the picture.
We're looking at Morgan Gibbs-White. We're looking at
Eze.
Ebere Eze. We're looking at Morgan Rogers. We're looking
Bruno
at...
G. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Nah,
You can whack him there, bro.
nah. That's not his position, bro.
He can play, bro. He can play across the whole thing.
can.
The 6, the 8, the 10.
He actually
That's
can.
the facts. He can play.
He can.
across the
For
whole
Newcastle, he's not their number 10, innit? So
Who's their number 10? They don't even play that way.
I don't think they play that way.
You see, that's the thing.
He's not
It's
there.
whoever that ends up in that position between him, Tonali, and Joy
They'll
Linton.
go for him, Joe Linton. I guess he is. Nah.
Yeah, he kind of is, bro.
Yeah, he's probably
the one that's
probably the
further up
furthest player,
Yeah,
the furthest
trust me, bro.
midfielder.
That's why he's
But then,
doing bits.
I think Bruno
So that's why
Guimaraes is a
I'm
good
actually
player.
putting him in the list.
He's
But-
not a bad player to have in that list. We've also had a lot, like we said, we have the likes of Morgan Rogers, we have the likes of Ebere
We've got to
Eze.
say Odegaard as
We
well.
got to have Odegaard in the list. He's not making it in that team of the season. Nah. He's not in team of the season, in my opinion. Liverpool, we have the likes of
Are we putting Mamouche there? Or are we putting him as a winger?
I think we can put Mamouche anywhere we want him to. There or as a winger. But Mamouche, is he really number 10 though?
He plays there as well.
He's more of a forward, like
plays there as
winger,
well.
striker.
He plays there as well.
He does.
Just the last game he started there as well.
You have people like Dominic Szoboszlai, you have people like...
Slobozai has been good as well.
Yeah.
McAllister.
McAllister.
We didn't even say McAllister. McAllister, bro.
He can be...
Declan Rice or McAllister?
They're different positions in my opinion. They're not really,
about,
are
bro?
they? They're
What are you
not.
talking about?
I feel
McAllister
like
is an 8, bro.
Yeah. Declan Rice and McAllister.
McAllister is an 8, bro. McAllister's had a
McAllister's
good
crazy,
season, bro.
He's sick, man.
That's what. But McAllister's had a good season, bro.
He's sick. I picked Declan Rice though. I feel like the person I've picked has had a good season as well. Because what I'm not gonna say is that Declan Rice has not had a good
McAllister's
season.
hard, though.
Arsenal's missed. Whatever's happened at Arsenal this season has not been nothing to do with Declan Rice not performing.
So I guess I actually like McAllister and Finney over Declan Rice. McAllister and Bruno G.
I get
As
that.
footballers, I
can't-
prefer them, yeah.
Yeah, I can't argue with you too much. But you know, Declan Rice is a baller of a player, though.
I know he
He's
is.
got everything in his locker as well.
I know he is, but I know
good,
he
he's
is.
good.
But
He's
there's
like-
certain things I don't see him do that I'll see Bruno do.
He's not a dribbler, innit?
There's
He's
certain things.
English, innit? He's an English player, innit? McAllister is Argentinian and Bruno is Brazilian. They got flair over him.
Yeah, I like that as well.
And I like flair. And I can't argue with someone that wants that in their team. I like that in my team as
So
well.
who are we putting as a 10 here?
Can McAllister be the 10?
You can.
I'd put Alexis McAllister. No, will I though? I like Ebere Eze though. I think Eze has been really good this season. I would put Eze
You can put Eze on the left wing too.
I want him to be 10, bro. What do you think? Who do you think should be 10?
So you but
Eze has been sick, bro.
Eze has been sick, but over McAllister, bro.
Listen, Liverpool team is good, bro. Every Liverpool midfielder
McAllister's.
has he been their standout player this season?
He's been one of them. He's been one of them, bro.
He's been
one of them, bro. And it's
Okay,
not, I mean,
we can put McAllister in. I'm happy to put McAllister in.
I know it hurts, but I like Eze too, bro.
I like
but I'm
Eze
thinking right now, bro.
I like Eze, and Eze is a proper 10, isn't he?
Now, fuck it, let's go for Eze. Fuck it, let's go for Eze, man.
He won his...
Them are racist in Argentina, man. Let's go for Eze.
Shit.
Yeah, this is our pod, isn't it? Two up top, bro.
So we're going with Ebere Eze
Eze,
in our camp position, in our team of the season. I like that. I think that's good.
Left wing. You got Gakpo, Luis Diaz, you got Martinelli, you got...
Man said Martinelli, get out of here. He's not in there, bro. He's not in there.
That's it. Even in City, I can't say Doku.
Bro, he's not
I
in
can't
there.
say Foden.
Mamouche has got a better chance of
Mamouche,
being
innit?
there. And and he only got there in January,
And
so
that half he's been on fire.
I don't know if he
Maybe it's
deserves
not
that,
enough,
to be honest.
To say the full season.
Yeah. That left wing position. it's really annoying because a lot of the players I want to be in that left wing play right wing. I know who has to be right wing.
Who do you think has to be right wing?
The player of the season, the top goal scorer of the season,
Salah.
the top assister of the season.
Let me just put him down anyway.
Man, let me just put him down. You can't. He's got to be in that team. There's no. He's the player. He literally is the player of the season. Innit? How are you player of the season and not in the Premier League team of the season?
Come on.
He's him. He's in there.
Come on.
So I'm gonna do something that I don't think that. I'm gonna try and put one of these guys that play on the right hand side. Like there's Semenyo, who is very good. There's Brian Mbeumo, who has had a great season.
Hard.
Brother, one of them is going to have to go on the left-hand side because I'm underwhelmed by my options on left-hand side. Other than Luis Diaz and Cody Gakpo, and I feel like they've both been very good, but I don't think they are team of the season.
Even Brennan Johnson plays on the right.
Yeah, he ain't team of the season.
Harvey Barnes and that.
He's played good, but not consistently enough. So when we look at the actual options that we have for the left wingers, the right wingers are screaming out to me. Elanga, Antoine Semenyo, Brian Mbeumo. I think one of those three players should be in the team of the season.
This is where I now come to that list that we were talking about earlier when I talked about top goal scorers here.
I think you find that of the players that we've just talked about, Brian Mbeumo is the highest goal scorer in that list.
Mm-hmm.
How many goals does he have, and what are we looking at
20
there?
goals.
So, other than Salah, Isak, and Haaland, Brian Mbeumo has the highest number of goals. If we go on that list again, just go down, let's just see if there's any other left wingers that we can see on that list. Mitoma, Jared
Matthias
Bowen,
Cunha.
Justin Clive. I've really liked Justin Clive this season as well. Antoine Semenyo is also up there. Personally,
the killers.
he scored a few goals, you know.
Yeah.
Personally,
Mitoma.
for me,
I'll
put Mbeumo on the left-hand side.
Man.
I put Brian Mbeumo on the left-hand side. That's who I would put on that left-hand wing in our team of the season. So we've got Mohamed Salah on the right-hand side, Brian Mbeumo on the left-hand side.
Do we have to talk much about the striker?
Nah, I think that speaks for itself,
Isak,
man.
innit?
Alexander Isak is our striker, Premier League team of the season. I think a lot of the positions speak for themselves. The ones that we kind of had some different views and opinions of are the midfield positions, which we kind of thought we would, innit? That number 6, that number 8, and that number 10. We ended up going for Moises Caicedo, Declan Rice, and Ebere Eze.
Let me do the wrap-up minute. So, the team of the season, officially by 2 up top, is Matt Sells in goal, Julian Timber at right back, Murillo and Van Dijk. It's funny. Van Dijk.
Van Dam Dijk,
in centre mid, and we got Cucurella at left back. We got Caicedo sitting. The guy's got an injury, man.
What a player. What a player, bro.
Declan Rice in the 8, and we got Eze, big up the man them, in the 10. We got Salah on the right wing, obviously, and we got Mbeumo on the left. We hope he can do it there, because he has to come in this team, innit?
He's got to be in it.
And it's not even like Salah is one of those guys that switches sometimes.
Salah likes left, he likes right-hand side.
Bro.
He ain't switching.
Yeah. And then up top,
our gunman, whose man's is this?
has to be Isak, innit? It's been a great season. So that's the team of the season. We had to do a double up because we were away. So we had to give you guys something a little special. But after this, we're going to go into pre-season. There's going to be some banter. There's going to be some games. There's going to be some interesting topics as well.
We're going to be talking about Premier League signings. We're going to be talking about signings in other leagues as well. We're also going to touch on the league winners of some of the top 5 European leagues. Italian league, the Bundesliga, La Liga. So there's a lot of content coming your way, guys. So stay tuned. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hey yo, 2 up top.
Love.